Hello, my dear friends. Few days ago, one friend asked me one question, which I think is important to answer. And because I feel it might be interesting for many, so I will make a video if anyone want to see. So the question of the friend was the meditation that we do, which basically, if any one of you don't know, is focusing directly on the spirit, on the witness which is in us, just observing the observer, and allowing the perception of that observer that is us. We are the observers. The observer in us is the spirit. Focusing in that perception, experience our presence, our reality, our sat, our existence. Then our awareness of our existence and the joy. And focusing in the joy, experiencing the pure love, the vibration of that joy as love, that pure desire to bless everyone and everything. So that experience is the experience, we can say, of Shiva Shakti, which is the final destination when we are evolving, trying to realize what we are, what is the world. The final destination is that ocean of existence, which is Shiva Shakti. So the question of that friend brother, he said, in the meditation that we do, normally we don't talk much or we focus much in the different deities. And how you combine that, because in Sahaja Yoga we are in a way keeping our attention quite a lot in the deities and in the chakras, and this is going directly to the experience of the spirit. So I explained to him that there is nothing that is going against one or another. The spirit is everything, in the deities, in the human beings, in every single thing, in the creation, in every world. Everything is just the same existence, which is Shiva. So the deities, the gods like Vishnu, Krishna, Rama, Durga, Hanumana, most of them, they are in the state we can describe the state of enlightenment. Enlightenment means they know that their existence is only Shiva. There is only Shiva. And that light in them, that life in them, that existence, is reflecting through their particular form, the form of that deity, which expresses a particular aspect of that light of God, of that existence. And then they project in the world, they express in the creation that particular qualities of that deity, or that particular roles, we can say. So that gods are already in the state of enlightenment. And in the beginning of Sahaja Yoga, because Sahaja Yoga is not just always the same, Sahaja Yoga is a journey to that enlightenment, to that discovery of our true being, of what is the being in everything. So it's a journey. How we come close to our goal, how we move in that journey, we have to change our approach. This is natural. It cannot be always the same. We cannot be always little children. We have to be able to mature, and once we mature, we have to be able to give through us all that qualities has to flow, all the powers of the deities, the gods, and basically the spirit. So we have to be like the messengers, we can say the instruments of that Shiva for the world. At that moment, when we become the instruments, the giver, we cannot be asking for help if we are the giver. It doesn't have any sense. So we cannot be always little children, we have to mature. And when it comes the time to mature, we have to change our approach. We have to focus in the final, in what we are about to achieve. And that is nothing going against any deity or not putting attention or love in the deities. Not at all. Because when the spirit in us recognizes itself, when Mother in us recognizes herself, and only she and he are there, Shiva Shakti. Still, we know everything about this instrument, and we are more deep in contact with all the other instruments, like all the gods, all the deities. We can say we are fully in contact with them. Fully in contact. But we don't need to call them, like telling Krishna, please come to help me, or we say the mantra of Krishna. In a moment, if we feel we need it, we do it, of course. But normally, if we become, or we are about to become the giver, there is no need for that, because this is already in us, and is working by itself. All the ocean of the Paranchaitanya, which contains all the deities, all is perfectly organized by the same ocean. We don't need to make anything by ourselves, by our small instrument, to control that. Everything is already working perfectly. So we are just there. And whenever the spirit in us, the witness, and the love in us see something, for example, that there is a need of a particular energy, a particular God to help to us or to help to anyone, just realizing that deity come to help. This is spontaneous, it's natural. Because after all, we have to understand what are, for example, the mantras. When we are worshipping a deity, and then we tell the mantras, which is absolutely beautiful, by the way. Because when you tell the mantras, for me, the mantras doesn't have the meaning to get the help of the deity. It doesn't have the meaning to get something from the deity. Not at all. It has the meaning to express your love for the deity. So it's like telling, I love you. For example, Sri Krishna. I know you are there, I just love you, I surrender to you. And at that very moment, if there is surrendering, real surrendering to that deity and love, the deity will do the best. Because we don't need to explain the problems in detail to the deities. Because they are part of us, or we are part of them. So they know everything. We don't need to tell, look, I don't have a job, please give me a job, or help me with this particular problem. They know everything. We don't need to tell. It's only to express the love and humble down to them and surrender to them. At that moment, we tell the mantra in that surrendering and love, and the deity manifests. Not because we expect, because as we said in the previous video, our ego cannot control the spirit, cannot control the spiritual world. It's not possible that. It's just to surrender. And then, if we, in this new approach, we try in the meditation to go deeper. It's just to go directly in the experience of the Atma, of the Shiva Shakti. Experience that this is what is there. There is nothing else in us. And that existence, that love, that awareness is the only living energy. And then when we approach that, when we are close to that, after we go through the chakras, and spontaneously, because this is the essence of all the deities, all the chakras, the pure essence. Everything came from the existence of the Atma and the love. So when we are in that Shiva Shakti, all the chakras has to open spontaneously, doing nothing. And if we need the help of a deity in a particular moment, or we just feel the desire for the deity to manifest in us, for example, Sri Krishna. So we realizing, aware of what we are, not what we are, what is in us, is that existence and that love. Fully aware of ourselves means the spirit aware of itself, the observer aware of itself. Then you just allow the attention to go to Sri Krishna. And you don't even need to say a word. Just fully aware of yourself, attention in Krishna, and Krishna has to manifest. Because who is calling Krishna? Sri Krishna. Is Sri Shiva calling. Is the spirit calling. It will come in a moment, in perfect way. And if you add to that state of witness, being fully aware of oneself, if you add to that the power of the Shakti, means you put attention in Krishna, just be aware of him, aware of yourself. And apart from that, you put the love, the pure love to Krishna, to Sri Krishna. Then is the Shakti calling, Shiva Shakti calling. He has to come. What more you can do to call Sri Krishna, for example, or any other deity? If Shiva and Shakti are calling, they will come in a moment. And then what more we can do to call them? So this, we can say, for me, this is like the highest mantra we can say, which is without any words. It works through the attention, you direct the attention to the deity, and then the links or the words of the mantra are the spirit, being aware of ourselves, our existence, awareness, and love, the Shakti. And the only, if we can do anything more, it is also another work in that mantra is adding the energy of the Son of God, which is complete surrendering. So you call with the state of witness, with the love to Sri Krishna, and completely surrender. Surrendering means you cannot ask for anything, because everything that will happen is His will. He knows everything. He is just love and blessings. And He will do the best for us. So what we have to do is surrendering, accepting whatever He gave to us. So then is Shiva, Shakti, and the Son of God calling Sri Krishna. There is no highest mantra. And there is not, like, for example, if we are in the state of Shiva, some people feel, or if we feel a little bit attached to Shiva, some people might feel, oh, we are deceiving Mother, the Shakti, because we should have only the attention in Mother. Or if we only worship Mother, we might feel we are neglecting Shiva. Or if we just focus in Shiva Shakti, we might feel we are neglecting all the deities. But it's not like that, because there is only one single ocean containing everything. So if you worship Shiva, the Shakti is happy, Son of God is happy, all the deities are happy. If you worship Shakti, Mother, Shiva is super happy. Sri Ganesha is super happy, Jesus Christ, and all the deities are super happy. If you worship Jesus Christ or Ganesh, all of them are happy. If you worship any deity, all of them are happy. So there is nothing like neglecting anything at all, because when we achieve our essence, we are in contact with all of them. If our soul, for example, needs the manifestation of a particular deity, we will feel the desire to worship that deity, to pray to that deity, to keep our attention in that deity, to surrender to that deity. Either it is Durga, or it is Ganesh, or it is whatever. And no one is neglecting another. It's all the single ocean, which is God, and everything is inside, and there is nothing else by that. Only that is there. So, in this meditation, the question was how you combine, if we are not doing mantras or whatever, how you combine this, how you integrate the deities. The deities are fully integrated. But in this particular moment, the way to get a complete integration of the deities in us is to go directly to Shiva. And from Shiva to all of them. And that's why maybe, in this particular moment, when we do the meditation, it's like that. But it doesn't mean we don't meditate in the deities, not at all, because some of the meditations are in all the deities, in different deities. So it's not like that, but yes, it's mainly focusing Shiva Shakti, because it's the stage we are approaching now. And if it's the stage we are approaching now, probably is where we need to focus our full attention and energy. And I don't know if they will answer the question or not, but at least few words came out. Jai Sri Mataji.